Hey, I'm Laura Lieben, and I'm just here with you today to try and help make this crazy time a little bit more manageable for you as you care for your loved one with Alzheimer's disease or dementia. Now, I fell into the role of a full-time caregiver when my grandma was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, so I understand some of the challenges you're probably facing right now. In this video, we're going to talk about how to get your loved one with Alzheimer's or dementia to drink more water. Now, this was a big challenge for my grandma. She just wasn't a water drinker. She'd have her coffee in the morning, she'd have her tea in the afternoon. That was all she'd drink unless I put something else in front of her. For her, I think the problem was every time she went to the bathroom, it was, in one end and out the other. And mobility was an issue for her, so she had a challenging time getting up to the bathroom, and so she didn't want to drink anything because then she'd have to pee. In this coronavirus pandemic, if she was still with us today, I would really enforce just how important it is. She tended to respect me if I said things like, you know, Grandma, it's actually important, just while this flu's going around, that we drink more water than usual to help us stay healthy. That's probably an approach I would use. Now, some other things that were helpful with her when it came to drinking was first of all, just putting the responsibility on yourself. Don't expect her to go up and get a glass of water, but actually have a glass of water and keep it in front of her on a regular basis. Keep it close, and as long as it's in front of her, they're going to be more likely to actually want to drink it. Now, another idea is, if you've ever been to the Chopleaf, the restaurant, it's like my favorite place ever. Okay, comment below if you're a Chopleaf fan, I want to connect with you. But they have chopped water, they call it, and it's fruit-infused filtered water. They just put fruit in the water, and that's a really good way to entice people to drink it. If you put some melons, some nectarines, some pineapple, like whatever you want to put in there, make it beautiful, make it lovely. That might be a really good way to entice someone to actually want to drink it. My grandma also would tend to only drink something if it had a straw in it. Now, I know we're trying to get rid of the straw thing, but for her, I don't know what I would have done without straws. So give that a try. Maybe they're more likely to drink it with a straw than just out of a cup. If they won't drink water, what else? What other fluids can you get into them? With this coronavirus going around, they say it's so important to get fluids. It's also really important to avoid sugar because that really cripples your immune system. So avoid the sugary drinks, but what else can you do? Have you ever heard of Zvia? If you haven't heard of Zvia, this might change your life. It's kind of fizzy like a pop, but it's sweetened with stevia. It's mostly water. And that was something my grandma really enjoyed because it was fresh, it was something different, and she usually couldn't resist it even though she was avoiding going to the bathroom. So you might want to look into that and give that a try. Another thing is just realizing you can also get liquids from your foods, particularly fruits, vegetables, watermelon. The issue with watermelon was that my grandma liked to put salt on it, so she didn't need the extra salt, so we would avoid the watermelon. Another really important thing is bone broth. Like chicken broth, it's packed full of nutrients and antioxidants, and it's just something that's different. So if you can make like soups with bone broth, it's not the same as getting pure water, but it's still helping them to stay hydrated, and it's also really boosting their immune system in this time. Also, a friend of mine swears by chicken feet. Now, I haven't tried this, but instead of boiling just chicken bones, she boils chicken feet. And apparently that's even better than chicken bones because of all the bones and cartilage and joints. It's where all the good stuff gets boiled out of. Fruit smoothies were something that my grandma really enjoyed. Now, she'd often forget about them, so what I'd usually do is make it together. We'd have fruit smoothies together. And so we'd drink it together, and I'd ask her every so often, oh, how's your smoothie there, Grandma? What flavor did you get? And she'd have to taste it and figure out what flavor it was. And so just bringing it up to her, the front of her mind, sometimes they just forget. And it's not that they don't want it, they just don't think about it. And the wonderful thing about memory loss, there are some good things. You can use it to your advantage. She's going to forget that you asked her 2 minutes ago, so you can just ask her every couple minutes as if you haven't asked before, oh, hey, what flavor's your smoothie? How's that smoothie coming along? And she'd keep sipping away on it and eventually get the whole thing down. Again, whatever you do, I recommend that you do these things together. So if you're telling her to drink water, but she doesn't see you drinking water, well, it doesn't feel right, especially if you're caring for a mom or a grandmother, someone that you used to obey. It just doesn't feel right to reverse those roles, and I know it's a challenge, but I found that it's easier when I'm actually doing things with her. So I'm not just telling her what to do, but when I actually would do things with her. So do this together. Remember, you guys are on the same team. I know sometimes it feels like you're battling against each other, but remember who the real enemy is. The disease is making this very difficult for you, but you guys are on the same team. So the most important thing is to keep a song in her heart. If you lose the song in her heart, you've lost the game. So keep her joyful. Try to avoid pushing things on her that are causing stress or anxiety, and you guys are going to get through this. Alright, my friend, thank you so much for watching this video. Was it helpful? If so, click that like button and don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to be sharing more with you very soon here. If you need a little extra inspiration, a little more spark in your heart, be sure to check out this video. I made it just for you. I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below if you'd like to share your biggest takeaway from this video, or if you have a tip to share that maybe I didn't cover here, be sure to leave a comment, and then other caregivers can also learn from your experiences. Remember that what you do really truly does matter, and you are not alone.